Video potentially laying out a military attack against Iran. It's one of the most dramatic signs yet that concerns about the country's nuclear capabilities have potentially reached a boiling point, and Israel says the United States and the international community aren't doing enough to stop them. Here's our foreign affairs correspondent, Jill Doherty.
Wolf, these weren't negotiations, they were talks. The bar was set pretty low. That said, there are some signs Iran is beginning to feel the heat. Just one day after international talks with Iran over its nuclear program, an Israeli TV channel broadcasts a supposed blueprint for how Israel's military would attack Iran's nuclear sites if negotiations fail and if Iran moves its nuclear program to its underground facility at Qom. Dozens of jet fighters, electronic warfare planes, rescue helicopters. The TV report cleared by Israeli government censors, perhaps intended to up the pressure on Iran, even as those weekend talks in Istanbul yielded a glimmer of hope. They were, after all, a test. Is Iran willing to negotiate seriously about its nuclear program? The answer from the United States and its partners, a cautious yes.
We're very much at a beginning stage here, but we feel it was a foundation for next talks.
U.S. officials say the Iranians brought ideas to the table, but Israel's prime minister and the American president are split on whether that's progress.
Well, my initial impression is that Iran has been given a freebie. It's got 5 weeks to continue enrichment without any limitation, any inhibition.
A freebie would indicate that Iran has gotten something. In fact, they've got some of the toughest sanctions that they're going to be facing coming up in just a few months if they don't take advantage of these talks. I hope they do.
Economic pressure on Iran already is severe, and it will hit with a vengeance in July with European sanctions on Iranian oil that could cut its sales by 1 million barrels a day. A second round of talks is scheduled for May 23rd, and Iran is facing an urgent timetable.
Anyone who knows Iran is rather pessimistic about this actually producing something tangibly and enduring long-term. Iran is sticking to its position of uranium enrichment, and the United States has been sticking to its position that it has to give it all up so far. The question is, can you engage in a process that will build confidence?
But time is breathing down the neck of President Obama, too. Iran will be a top issue in this presidential campaign. His burden to prove it's not just talks for talk's sake. Wolf?
Jill Doherty, thank you. Let's go to Afghanistan right now. The most dramatic and widespread assault on the capital of Kabul in months